Nepal, a country known for its stunning Himalayan peaks and rich culture, faces a crisis. Its young people are leaving in droves. Every year, thousands of Nepali youth pack their bags and head abroad, seeking opportunities they can't find at home. This mass exodus of young talent is not just a social issue, it's a national emergency. It's like a slow and agonizing brain drain, leaving Nepal with a shrinking workforce and a bleak future. This exodus is driven by a potent cocktail of economic despair, political instability, and a lack of opportunities. Nepal's economy struggles to provide jobs for its growing young population. The education system, while improving, still struggles to equip young Nepalese with the skills needed in the globalized job market. This leaves many young Nepalese feeling trapped, with little hope for a brighter future in their own country. This isn't just about economics. It's about broken dreams and shattered hopes. It's about a generation of young people forced to leave their families and homeland to seek a decent life. It's a crisis that demands immediate attention before it's too late. Let's be blunt. Nepal's economy is struggling. It's tough to find a well-paying job, especially for young people. The agricultural sector, the backbone of Nepal's economy, is plagued by low productivity and limited opportunities for growth. The industrial sector remains underdeveloped, unable to absorb the growing workforce. This lack of economic opportunity is the primary driver behind the youth exodus. Young people are forced to look beyond Nepal's borders for jobs that pay a living wage. Countries like Malaysia, Qatar, and the Gulf states, with their booming construction and service industries, have become attractive destinations for Nepali youth. The irony is that Nepal needs its young people more than ever. They are the engine of future growth, the innovators and the entrepreneurs, but instead of harnessing their energy and talent, Nepal is losing them to other countries.
It's really tough to stay motivated when you see no opportunities around. I graduated with high hopes, but now I'm just trying to find a way out.
The money sent back home by Nepalese working abroad, known as remittances, has become a lifeline for Nepal's economy. These remittances now constitute a significant portion of Nepal's GDP, exceeding foreign direct investment and official development assistance. But here's the catch. This reliance on remittances is a double-edged sword. While it provides a short-term economic boost, it masks the underlying structural problems within Nepal's economy. It creates a dangerous dependency, with families and the nation as a whole becoming reliant on the earnings of those working abroad. This dependence on remittances also discourages the government from implementing much-needed economic reforms. Why bother creating jobs and stimulating economic growth when money is flowing in from abroad?
Remittances, while crucial, are a band-aid solution. They help in the short term, but prevent us from addressing the deeper issues in our economy.
Nepal isn't just losing its youth, it's losing its best and brightest minds. The exodus of skilled and educated young people, often referred to as brain drain, is robbing Nepal of its future doctors, engineers, teachers and entrepreneurs. This brain drain has severe consequences for Nepal's development. It creates a shortage of skilled labour, making it difficult for businesses to expand and innovate. It weakens the education and healthcare sectors as experienced professionals seek better opportunities abroad. The loss of this human capital perpetuates the cycle of poverty and underdevelopment. Without a skilled workforce, Nepal struggles to compete in the global economy, further pushing its youth towards seeking opportunities elsewhere.
It's heartbreaking to see my friends and colleagues leave. We all want to contribute to our country, but the opportunities just aren't there.
Section 5, political instability adding fuel to the fire. Imagine trying to build a house on shaky ground. That's what it's like trying to build a future in Nepal with its history of political instability.
Years of political turmoil, corruption, and a lack of good governance have created an environment of uncertainty and disillusionment, particularly among young people. This instability discourages investment, both domestic and foreign. It hinders the development of infrastructure and institutions necessary for economic growth.
Young people see this chaos and rightly question whether they have a future in such an environment. The lack of political will to address the root causes of the youth exodus only exacerbates the problem. It sends a clear message to young Nepalese. Your future is not a priority here. Section 6. The social cost families torn apart. The impact of youth migration extends far beyond economics. It tears at the very fabric of Nepali society, leaving families fractured and communities struggling to cope.
Parents are separated from their children, often for years at a time. The emotional toll is immense. This separation weakens family structures, which are the bedrock of Nepali society. It places a heavy burden on those left behind, particularly women who often bear the brunt of caring for children and the elderly in the absence of their husbands.
The social consequences of this mass migration are profound. It creates a generation of children growing up without one or both parents, raising concerns about their well-being and future. It weakens social cohesion and erodes the traditional support systems that have long characterized Nepali society. Section 7. A generation disillusioned, the psychological toll. Leaving your homeland is never easy. It's even harder when you feel forced to leave, when you feel like your own country has failed you. This sense of disillusionment and frustration is palpable among many young Nepalese. They see their friends and relatives leaving for a better life abroad, while they feel stuck in a cycle of poverty and limited opportunities. This can lead to a sense of hopelessness, a feeling that their voices are not heard and that their dreams don't matter. This disillusionment manifests in different ways: brain drain, a lack of engagement in civic life, and even social unrest. It's a ticking time bomb, and unless addressed, it threatens to erode the very spirit of this vibrant nation. Section 8. A way forward. Investing in Nepal's future. The good news is that this crisis is not insurmountable. Nepal can reverse this trend, but it requires a paradigm shift. It demands a commitment to investing in its most valuable asset, its young people. This means tackling the root causes of the problem. It means implementing bold economic reforms that create jobs and attract investment. It means investing in education and vocational training programs that equip young people with the skills they need to succeed in the 21st century workforce. It also means addressing the political instability that has plagued Nepal for far too long. This requires good governance, transparency, and a commitment to tackling corruption.
Absolutely, the potential is there. We just need to harness it. By focusing on these areas, we can create an environment where young people see a future for themselves in Nepal, where they don't feel the need to leave to achieve their dreams.
Section 9. The urgency of action, a call to action. The time for complacency is over. Nepal must act now to stem the tide of its youth exodus. This is not just the government's responsibility. It requires a collective effort from all segments of society.
Businesses need to create more job opportunities and provide competitive salaries. Civil society organizations need to continue their work in empowering young people and holding the government accountable. And young Nepalese themselves need to raise their voices, demanding a better future for themselves and their country.
This is not just about Nepal, it's about global responsibility. Developed countries who often benefit from the brain drain from developing nations like Nepal need to do their part. This includes promoting ethical recruitment practices, investing in development assistance that focuses on job creation, and supporting policies that encourage young people to stay and contribute to their home countries. Section 10. Conclusion: reversing the tide, rebuilding Nepal. The youth exodus is a symptom of deeper problems within Nepal. It's a wake-up call, a stark reminder that the country is at a crossroads. The choices made today will determine the fate of this nation for generations to come. Nepal has a choice: continue down the current path of economic stagnation, political instability, and a mass exodus of its youth, or choose a different path, one that prioritizes its young people, invests in their future, and creates a Nepal where their dreams can take flight. The journey won't be easy, but the potential rewards are immense. The future of Nepal rests on the shoulders of its youth. It's time to give them a reason to stay, a reason to believe in a brighter future, a future where they can thrive in their own country, a future where Nepal rises again.